Yo, what's good YouTube? Welcome back guys to another video. So guys, on today's video I'm going to show you guys how to make a guitar Afrobeat inside of FL Studio. But before I get into today's video guys, I have a big announcement to make. So me and my guy Bethexy Beatz just dropped the Afro-ELEMENTS Afrobeat sample pack. It has 20 amazing melody loops, 17 banging drum loops, 14 drum rolls and 20 one shots inside of this pack. So if you're looking for something to take your Afrobeats to the next level, or if you're looking for something to take your whole production game to the next phase, then this is it. So do well to use that link in the description. Go check this out, go show your boy some love. So yeah, without so much of your time, let's just get to today's video. So guys, we're going to kick things off by getting our BPM. So for the BPM, I want to go for something around say 114 BPM, and then I got Contact already loaded up. I'm going to be using the Evolution Hollow Body Blues Bank, and I'm going to go over to the preset menu. I'm going to use the Clear Night Sky preset. So I'm going to start with an F, then I'm going to come back to a D sharp, but then for this I'm going to bring this down to an F sharp, copy this over, Control B. But then what I'm going to do now is, since this is a guitar, I'm going to strum the notes. So I'm going to bring this out like this, do the same thing, this, just copy this. I'm going to use Alt-R to randomize the velocities, use this knob right here, and I'm going to bring everything down, bring the volume down. I think I'm going to reduce the BPM. I'm going to bring this down to 113. It's kind of too fast. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to link this to the mixer, Control L, and then I'm going to add some effect. I'm going to start by adding the fruity parameter EQ. Just cut out some of the lows and then boost the highs a bit. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add guitar rig. So guys, with this I'm going to add the retro circuits preset. So I'm going to search this, double click to load this up. I'm going to be deleting this distortion right here because it makes it sound a little bit too harsh. So I'm going to delete this, and I'm also going to be deleting this LFO. This just adds some reverb and delay kind of effects to the guitar. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the component, and I kind of want to add some like vibrato effect. So I'm going to search for some vibrato, and I'm going to use this rotator. So I'm going to bring the mix down, take this to slow, yeah, just like this, take it up to like 30. And then what I like to do most times for my guitar, this just makes it sound a little bit more realistic. I'm going to go over and then I'm going to take this up 2 semitones. So I'm going to go over to the mixer and I'm going to go to the master track, and I'll click this right here and then hold Alt R to render this out. So basically I just rendered the guitar that we already have right here. So I'm going to turn this off, and I'm just going to cut off the excess. But then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring it back down. So I'm going to put this to stretch and then bring this back down. So this is what it sounds like. Okay, so now that we have that rendered out, I'm going to turn this off and then I'm going to add analog lab. I want to get a piano, so I'm going to go over to the piano. Let's use this classical U3 piano. Just copy this, Control C, click here, Control V. And then I'm going to go over to the piano roll. For the piano, I'm going to just bring this all back in. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to strum this, Alt S, to kind of strum this like this. So this is what it sounds like. Copy this over. So moving on, I'm going to go over to the Afro-ELEMENTS Afrobeat sample pack. Like I've said before, this is an amazing collection of both drums and melody loops. I'm going to go over to the melody collection, and inside I added one shot. So I'm going to go over and get a soft key. I think I'm going to use this. Copy what we have for the piano. Just click here, Control V, just like this. Yeah. So guys, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clone Contact. Let's go over to the preset menu. I'm going to be using this preset called the Big Fat Blues preset. I'm going to duplicate this, take this over to here. But then for this part, I'm going to let's add the note like this. Yeah, just like this. So repeat this over like this, but then I'm going to bring this down. Instead of a C, I'm going to bring this to a G sharp. I'm going to take this back like this, bring this here. But then for this part, I'm going to bring this down. Bring this down, let's say. And I'm going to randomize velocities, Alt-R. Use this knob right here. And then I'm going to add a bass, and for my bass I'm going to be using Purity. So this, I'm going to use this bass preset that I made. I combined the ANA bass guitar and the EB rock finger. So first, let's just lay our bass notes, this. But then I'm going to add a note here, and then over here add here and here. I'm going to bring this out and then add a note here like this. And then add one over here. Then I'm going to copy this over, but then I'm going to take this up like this, bring this down, and then I'm going to delete this. So I'm going to copy this over, Control B. So I'm going to add some vocals, and I'm going to go over to the Kanzii vocals, go to loops.
It's over.
Let's get this. So I'll use this. So I'm going to time stretch this. So if it's our tempo, let's drag this out. And then I'm going to put this to stretch. So as you guys can see, this is C minor. So I'm going to pitch this down to 100 cents. I only want the end. So I'm going to chop out this. And then I'm going to delete this part because I only want this one right here. Yeah, just like that. So I'm going to select everything and link them all to the mixer. So for the guitar melody, the first thing I'm going to add is RC20, and I'm going to use this Lush and Crunch Guitar 2 preset. Click OK, but I'm going to bring the distortion down. But I'm going to increase this. And then I'm going to add some reverb. I'm going to use the Valhalla Vintage Verb. For this, I'm going to set the decay to 2, and then I'm going to bring the mix down to like 30%. And then I'm going to add the Fruity Delay 3. And with the Fruity Delay 3, I'm going to use the Pink One preset. I'm going to bring the weights down like this. And then the last thing I'm going to add is this plugin called Super VHS. So this, I'm just going to turn on the magic. And then moving on to the piano, I'm going to add RC20, and I'm going to be using the default presets that I already have, which is the Vanyo 3 preset, but I'm going to bring the distortion down a bit, bring down the noise, add some space. And then for the keys, I'm going to add Fruity Parameter EQ, cut out some of the lows, some of the highs, and then I'm going to add RC20 as well. I'm going to turn off the noise, bring down the distortion, increase the space, and I'm going to put this to stereo. And then moving on to the vocals, I'm first going to add the Fruity Parameter EQ. For this, I'm going to use this preset right here, and then I'm just going to cut out the lows and then cut out the highs. And then I'm going to add ambience. This is a reverb plugin. I'm going to bring the dry up like this. I'll bring the wets down. And then I'm going to add wider. This is just a stereo separation plugin. And I'm going to use this to widen the sound just like this. And then the last thing I'm going to do is add the Fruity Delay 3. So this, I'm going to use the ping pong preset, and then I'm going to set the time to 8 beats. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add some accents just to fill up those empty spaces in the melody. So I'm going to go over to the Cadence One Shot collection. So let's go over to phrases. I'm going to try to look for a guitar phrase that I like. Okay, so I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to time stretch this like this. Put this to stretch. So as you guys can see, it says B minor, so I'm going to bring this down 100. And I'm going to bring the volume down just like this. I think I'm going to add some chimes. Let's add this. And then I'm also going to be adding this. Put this to stretch, and then I'm going to bring this down to 100 cents. Let's use this guitar texture. Put this right here, and I'm going to time stretch this as well. Put this to stretch. Let's add this. Put this right here, and then I'm going to stretch this out like this. Put this to stretch, and then I'm going to drag this out over here, cut this out. So yeah guys, now that we're done with everything, let's just move over to the drums. And for the drums, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to stress myself. I'm just going to go over to the Afro-ELEMENTS Afrobeat sample pack. I'm going to repeat this once more. Go down there to the description, open that link and get this drum kit because it's straight fire. So I'm going to go over to drum collection, and trust me when I say Bethexy Beatz really did his thing on this, because they're amazing drum sound inside here. And not just that, everything comes with stems. So the drum loops, they all have stems, and also the melody collection. If you open up the melody collection, the melody loops all have stems as well. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm not going to stress myself. I'm not going to even try to make any drums at all. I'm just going to go straight and get the alele drum loop. You don't need to stretch, just drag and drop, and you know, basically you're good to go. So I'm going to double click, put this to stretch, and then just repeat this over. So yeah guys, just like that, I'm done. Yeah guys, that's going to be all today. I hope you guys learned something at least from this video. If you did, don't forget to go down there, give this video a smashing thumbs up, and while you're there, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notification so you get notified whenever I drop another video. I'm also going to be leaving the link for all my kits down there, so go show your boy some love. That's going to be all today guys. If you have any thoughts or questions, leave them down in the comment section and I'll join you guys there. So that's going to be all today guys. See you guys in the next video. I'm out of here. Peace.